all that many people to be here because, as a matter of fact, I did not set up the live correctly. I set it up to be on tomorrow at 6:30, not today at 6:30. I am so glad to anybody who shows up because I messed up. I messed up horribly, and I apologize, and I'm waiting for it to come up on here. Hey, Kathy, I know the live says it's tomorrow. I know I messed up. I totally messed up. It's all my fault. I will openly say that it's right now, and I would totally understand if everybody misses it because I messed up. Hi. Why isn't this playing? Why isn't it playing over here? It should be playing over here. Oh, nope, nope. Now I got an ad. Skip the ad, skip the ad. I'm annoyed at myself now. So you can probably hear it in my voice. Those of you who've seen enough of my lives, you can probably hear it in my voice. Baby Bear's here. Look, he's finally giving you a picture, a little bit of his face right there. Oh, look at my sweet little baby bear. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this was the link. I messed up. I totally messed up. I'm all me, totally on me because apparently today's the 11th. I don't know. I don't know what y'all think it is, but apparently in my brain today's the 11th. You have to move, Baby Bear. I got to put the box down here. So anyway, I'm glad that those of you who are here. I appreciate you very much. And I apologize to anybody who is tuning in a day late because I messed up on the date and everything. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. And it's really kind of sad because the last 4 or 5 lives I've done really, really good at getting these done. You're absolutely right, Kathy. It is the 11th. Actually, in most of the world, we are with the United States. The East Coast of the United States is like 6th from the last time zone to change dates. And I remember that because in 2000, I watched all of the New Year's celebrations across the entire globe on television, and I had to get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Maybe we're one of the last 4, but I had to get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning because that was when the New Year's celebrations started in somewhere in the West Pacific. So, yep, it is. It's actually the 11th in most of the world. It's just not the 11th where I am. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, hopefully this is hopefully this is not an indication of how this live is going to go. So here we go. So I've got the Journalsay box out, and we're going to do what am I thinking? I can't even think right now. Hold on a second. I'm getting rid of my hair. I had to put my hair up. But we're going to do the embossing folders and the stickers today and see how they do because we've done just about everything else from this box. So we still have this free thing to go over, and I haven't even looked at it. I don't even know what this is, but they sent it to me for free, which was very nice of them. And then we have all these embossing folders to go over right here. We have all of these PET tapes to go over. Hey, Erica makes plans. Your box has been your package. You didn't get a box, but your package has finally been packed. I just have to get a chance to put it out there. And that goes the same for you, Mira, except I don't have a mailing tube yet. So when I get a mailing tube, the other things will go out. And Kathy, your box is packed. It just hasn't gone out yet. But they're packed. There's been progress. Woohoo! So this is what we're going to go over today. These are the last of the Journalsay items that I have. And Baby Bear is up in his little bed right up here. And, well, I would love to get it out to you, Erica, because you got one of the corrugated embossing things. And, I would love to see what you're going to make out of the piece that you got. This is obviously not your piece because this one's in my hand and yours is in the package. But I want to see what you make with it because I'm really looking forward to seeing that on Facebook, and I got to get those out there. So these are what we have to finish up with this Journalsay. We don't have a whole lot. Oh, I don't even have light on yet. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, this is like one of the very first lives that I did on this channel. I was doing so well with my lives. Goodness gracious. Okay, let's see how that looks. I'm waiting for it to pop up over here. Yes, I am making progress. There's definite progress has been made. So let's see. Wow, my video is like 45 seconds behind now because I haven't even turned on the light in my video yet. There it is, right? Turned on and there. So if you want to see how long the delay is on my video, you can go back in time from the point where I say I'm going to turn on the light until I just said there when the light turns on in my little viewfinder thing. So Wow. Okay. So there's a huge delay in this. I have no idea why there's such a huge delay. So please be patient when you make a comment. It's going to be 45 seconds to a minute before I see it. So I will see it. I will eventually get there. But we're going to look at the last of this Journalsay stuff. And here's my Project Life cards for the day. I just got 2 out this time. And like I said, Baby Bear is up in his little bed right now, just having a little snooze, being a comfy little baby bear because he's decided that he wants to be near mommy today. And mommy doesn't mind that at all, just so you know. Mommy doesn't mind that one little bit. So we're going to look at the embossing folders first. But the first thing that I want to do is I want to take this from Ollie's, and I want to open this up because it doesn't say they're permanent, but it does say that they're fade proof and waterproof. So that's what I need, because I was thinking about how I was going to do these embossing folders today. And I decided that because one of these is from Temu. Most of these are from Journalsay. All of those are from Journalsay, but this one is from Temu. And the reason that I have a Temu one out, hey, honey, hey, Hannah, Hanifa, honey, I am so sorry. I'm butchering your name, and I apologize that. Hanifa, I think that's how it's pronounced. If that's not how it's pronounced, please do it phonetically so I can pronounce your name correctly. I appreciate that. So these are the 2 that I'm going to be testing side by side, because this one is from Journalsay and this one is from Temu. But I need to mark them so I don't get them messed up, because there's not really any way to indicate which one's which after I open them up. Right now I know because the Temu one has picking stickers on it and the Journalsay one doesn't. The Journalsay just has YA31 up here. So, and while I'm doing this, I'm going to announce that there is terrible, terrible news, and I apologize for this. I did hear back from my person at Journalsay, and they have discontinued Colors of Morris. The manufacturer has stopped making the Colors of Morris, which means that they are unlikely to be restocked, which also makes me wonder what's going to happen with the Recollections brand that matches the Colors of Morris. Is the manufacturer just no longer selling to whatever company is putting this label on it, or has the entire production line shut down? I don't know the answer to that. If anybody knows the answer to that, if you would please let us know, because I would love to know whether or not these ink pads are going to become scarce and possibly even non-existent. I also went through my stash and I found an unopened one, because remember, this one was slightly drier because it's been opened for a while. I found an unopened one that we're going to test with that today. Hanifa. Oh, good. Yay. I'm so glad. Thank you very much, Hanifa, for pointing it out and giving it to me phonetically. I appreciate that so much. And I'm so glad I said it correctly. So I have already opened the Journalsay one. So is that pretty one that looked... Yeah, that's the pretty one that looked like water. That's this one. Yeah, that's the pretty one that looked like water. So the entire Colors of Morris line has been discontinued. And that just makes me very sad, because this is the only Colors of Morris one that I bought. So I only have this one color. I do have it in this format as well, but I don't know if I'm assuming that it came off the same production line because the boxes are the same and the pads are the same, but I don't know for sure. And if the Colors of Morris is discontinued, are the Recollections ones also discontinued? I don't know. Licensing with the Morris people expired. That's true too, Kathy. It could be that the licensing with the Morris people expired. So I don't know, but I can say that it is with deepest regret that I say that the Colors of Morris, the absolute best ink pads that we got off of this, are no longer available on the website. Okay, so now this one is labeled as Journalsay, and I'm going to open this one up, and it is going to be labeled as Temu. And speaking of Journalsay, in the description there is an affiliate link to the Journalsay website, and if you use that link to buy your products, it doesn't cost you anything, but I get a teeny tiny itsy bitsy little commission out of it, and I would really appreciate, because that's another way that you can support my channel. I love all the support that I'm getting. I really do. The best thing that you can do for me is like my videos and watch all the way through, because watching them all the way through gets me more ad revenue, and then liking them pushes them out to more people on YouTube. So those are the 2 absolute best things that you can do with my material. If you also feel capable of it, if it's also within your wheelhouse, if you would also share, make comments, anything like that, any interaction with my channel increases my algorithm on the YouTube platform, so that I can get more and more views. All right, so I appreciate that. That is one of the best ways to support my channel. So we're going to do these last. We're going to start with these right here, and we're going to see how these look. And I love this one. I'm looking so forward to this one. I don't know if you can see it through the plastic, so let me get rid of the plastic. But look at that. Look at those beautiful fern leaves. This is the one I'm going to start with because I am so excited about this one. I am absolutely, well, the English would say chuffed. I'm just chuffed to bits about this one. So yeah, I watch a lot of European television. I just want you to know that. Okay, so pull that out, pull out that, and I need the embossing one. And somebody suggested, I can't remember who it was, but somebody suggested using silicone pads when I'm doing embossing folders. And I have to get one of those at some point in time to try that out because I think that'd be a cool idea. So here we go with the first one. Morris colors available on AliExpress from, oh, really? Oh, from the Jianwu store. I purchased them from them a couple of years ago. Oh, cool. Yay, Kathy. So there's a good, see, that's why I love this. I love this guild so much because we help each other out, not only with our crafting, but with finding things that we're interested in. Oh, goodness gracious. Thank you so much, Kathy. That was a great tip. I appreciate you so much. All right, so here we go, putting this through the embossing plate. Then putting that through and embossing. Zoop, 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 zoop. Nope, it popped. And I don't think I embossed that correctly. I don't think I had it lined up right. No, I didn't. You can tell because it stops there. That's another thing you can do is if you don't put the embossing plate completely over your folder, then it will... hey, Karen, it's not your fault that you're late. Apparently my brain farted and said today is the 11th, so I set this up as if it was going to be tomorrow, and it's not. It's today, but I appreciate you being here. I was about to get really upset with... okay, thank you, Google. I was about to get really upset with the algorithm for it because my mod channel isn't even... The mod account wasn't even notified of it, and I was like, well, they're not even notifying my mod account. But no, it was me. I messed it up. Oh, well, it wouldn't be a Chatty Crafty live if something didn't go wrong. I'm going to try that one again because I had it lined up incorrectly. And I really want to see how good this one looks when it's done correctly. So put this back through and run it all the way through the embossing this time. There we go. That time it didn't pop. So let's see how this one works. So here we go again with it, and it's really not embossing as deeply as I was hoping it would. It's pretty, don't get me wrong, it's pretty, but it's not getting the same depth of embossing that I was hoping for. So if I take something like this one doesn't have, no, it's green. Let's use a green one. All right, so we'll use this pretty little green one right here. So if I take something and go over the top of it, I can highlight the raised areas, but you can see that what should be raised isn't always raised. And if I do this on the other side, I can highlight again the raised areas, but now the other part of it is debossed. So I'm highlighting the edges and not the raised portion. On this side, I'm highlighting the raised portion, but not the edges. But you can see that that's not a really great imprint. It's really not, and I don't know if it's because of my sandwich, which is what this stuff is when you have the embossing die in between those, or the embossing folder in between these, or if it's just something with the embossing folder itself. So I'm going to try one more time with this one, and we'll see what happens. So one more try with this particular one, this fern leaf one. I really hope this works out because I really like this embossing folder, and it just perfectly fits a... Hey, BD Crafts, good to see you. Welcome to the live stream, and I'm so glad you found it after I messed up and said it was going to be on the 11th. Oh, no. All right, so make my sandwich again. So there's my sandwich. Maybe you need another layer. I can try another layer. Actually, instead of trying another layer, I'm going to try a thicker one because this one is the next up size up plate, but I can't put both of them in there because, oh, wait, no. Let me try this one. Let me try this. Let me try just adding the thin die adapter and see if that helps. All right, so there's my sandwich. I've got the embossing folder with the cardstock in it, and this is 67-pound cardstock. Thin die adapter, embossing plate, and feed it through again. Here we go. It doesn't even want to take it this time. Yeah, the machine doesn't even want to take it this time, and that's just with the thin die adapter added to it. So, I don't know. Nope, that's not going to be good because that's just the thin die adapter. I don't know. I honestly have no idea because the thin die adapter isn't enough space. All right, let me try something else that I saw online that you can do. Let me try adding just a couple pieces, just a square of paper, make it a little bit thicker that way. So now there's just a square of paper underneath there. Okay, it's going through, but it's resisting me this time. Not horrible resistance, but definite resistance. All right, so let's see if that helped. Thank you, Amira, for the suggestion. Oh, yes, that did it, Amira. It definitely needed just a little bit more pressure. Look at that now. Look at how beautiful that is now. I didn't line it up properly because it's got a little extra there, but that's okay. These are 4.25 by 5.5 as far as inches goes. So I always end up cutting something off the sides anyway, just to make it line up. But look at that. That is a beautiful embossing folder. Oh my goodness, that one's beautiful. I'll put the machine over there for a moment. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take the same color and I'm going to squish it on here. And this time I'm doing the embossed side. So this color is just lightly shading the raised portions. It still didn't get this side as good as I would have liked it to. There's still a little bit missing over there, but not bad, and definitely can be like trimmed down. And then this gets the background, the shading part, because this is the debossed side. So you get two completely different images by whether or not you put ink on the embossed side or on the debossed side. And of course, this ink has a little bit of metallic to it, so there's a little bit of shimmer to that. That is gorgeous. Okay, definitely a good die. It took a bit to find the right pressure to put on it, but that's definitely a good one right there. And the correct pressure for this one was a folded sheet of cardstock and the embossing only plate, which is the 3mm plate, and then the base plate, which is used almost all the time. So it's the A, the C, and a folded sheet of paper to use that one. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. That one's so cool. All right, that's the first one. Brucey. What did you just do? Where are you? Oh, kittens. Kitten energy. Wouldn't it be great to have kitten energy? Yes, that is a nice folder. And thank you, BD. That is I appreciate the thumbs up on that one. That one's beautiful. Okay, so that was the fern one. So this fern one, remember, if you're looking for embossing folders on Journalsay, you have to look them up as embossed cards. They don't sell it with embossing folder as the title. It's called embossed cards. And so if you look it up that way, you can find all of the ones that they have available because it's all in one post. It's not like all over the place. All of the embossing folders that they have are in one particular post, and you can sit there and look at each individual one they have. And the last time I looked, they had like 25 or 26 different ones. So you just have to know how to look for it on Journalsay, and you have to look for it by the term embossed card. That was the fern one. All right, so put that one to the side. I have to do my holly. If y'all have watched my channel, you know how much I love, love, love the holly. Oh my gosh, the holly is the best. So we're going to try this one just straight up with just the same initial pressure, which is the plate with the piece of cardstock inside it, and then the embossing plate on top of that, and see how well that works. And we might need to add the paper as well to get a little bit more pressure on it, but we're going to try to put this on there. Thank you, Beatty, for reminding people. Yes, do please like the stream so that YouTube will push it out to more people so that more people can interact with this, because honestly, the most fun in my lives is being able to interact with them. They're fun to watch afterwards. Absolutely, they're fun to watch afterwards because I've rewatched every one of my lives just so that I can see how well I did and get some pointers for myself. But they're also a lot of fun to watch live, especially when you get to put in suggestions and get your suggestions heard and listened to. I'm in love. Oh, I'm in love. I am in love. Oh, excuse me for a moment. I need a moment. I need a moment to just absolutely just revel in the beauty of this card right here. I need a moment. Wow. Oh my gosh. 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 Y'all know I love holly to begin with, but I'm blown away. Amir just said the pressure has to be even all around, maybe cutting some cardstock to match the size of your cutting die plates so you have them when you need to use them. Thank you, Amira. That is a great suggestion. Cutting some pieces of paper so that they're the same size as my embossing plate so that I have them just sitting around. So take this and make, make this as a, outline it and then cut it out with my fussy cutting scissors, or even just cut it so that it's the right size and then use a corner punch to punch out the corners. Oh, that's so cool. Thank you, Amira. That's a great idea. I know, so much detail. You're absolutely right, Hanifa. So much detail. Oh my gosh. I'm just, oh, 1000% recommend the Holly embossing folder from Journalsay. 1000%. Like 1000%. Yes, I know statistically that's not possible. I don't care. 1000% I recommend this embossing folder. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, I can't resist this. Do I have any of the right colors? Okay, I have this right here. Let's try this. I want to try this. I'm going to use this green. Is this the green that I want? Yes, that's the green that I want. Okay, I'm going to just do this. Blurp. Oh, 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 look. It's kind of rustic now because I'm not doing this perfectly fine. Oh, it's beautiful. Hold on a sec. That's a very juicy pad. Oh dear, where'd my little, there it is. Yep. Got to get this out of the way before I put stuff on it. Yeah, I agree. Everybody who's going, wow, and amazing and awesome and wonderful, I completely agree with you. I am just absolutely stunned by this one. Remember the little tip of keeping your little moist towelette or your little baby wipe or whatever you use inside of a medicine bottle. It keeps it wet for weeks. Mine usually last me about a week and a half before I have to change them out. Get rid of that water there. Okay, so I'm going to take this red pen right here, which has a brush tip, and I'm just going to go over the berries. Oh, look at that. I'm not going to take the time to go over all of them, but look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay, yep, definite high praise. Definite high recommendation of this embossing folder. Oh my goodness gracious. This one is incredible. Look at that. That is an embossing folder and an ink pad that I just wiped over the top of it and a brush pen that I just did some of the holly berries with. Oh my gosh, that is going to get so much use in my house. Oh my gosh, I love holly to begin with, but that is just stunning. Stunning. Okay. Oh, highly recommend. 1000%. Highly recommend. Yes, definitely. Okay, so moving along. Put that over there with the fern. Okay, got to get my embossing pad back. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Okay, so this is another one that I thought was really cool, and I'll take it out of the package so that you can see it better. And I don't put these things back in the packages. You know how much I hate the icky sticky. And again, that's a sensory thing with my autism. I just really don't like the icky sticky. But this one has shells. Look at this beautiful folder with shells on it. And this one is just simply gorgeous too. All right, so we're going to try this one with the original sandwich, which is just the embossing folder and the paper. And then put it on the base plate, put it on and put the embossing only one on top of it. And the reason that I wrote embossing only on that is so that I don't use it as a cutting die. So I have one that's not cut up by cutting dies so that I can use it and then run it through. And let's see if that's enough pressure or if I have to add some paper to it. So here's the first time. Here's the first trial of that. Put the embossing machine back over there. There we go. Open this up and you know what? I think that's enough pressure. That's beautiful. Oh, wow. Wow. This one, there's extra texture on the shell that did not quite come all the way through. So let's try that one again with the extra pressure of that extra piece of paper that was suggested. So here we go. Do that, do that, do that. Put the paper down. Put the embossing plate back on top. And we'll try this one again with that little bit of extra pressure that piece of cardstock adds to it. So here we go. And I don't think you've had a chance to react to it the first time it went through because I haven't gotten any reactions to it just yet. And there we go. That's cool. I'm on the autism spectrum too. I feel like my creative spark comes from my autistic side. I agree with you, BD. I absolutely do. My autism was actually hidden. Oh, yes, it definitely needs the extra pressure. Look at the difference between that one shell. I mean, this one's pretty. Don't get me wrong. This one's gorgeous, but you can see the difference in this one shell right here. That's without the extra pressure. That's with the extra pressure right there. What I was saying, BD, is my autism was hidden for a very long time because the fact that I'm face blind. And face blindness causes a massive number of social issues to begin with. That, and I'm Gen X, and I'm, pretty much early to mid Gen X. So, I mean, girls were not diagnosed with autism, and very few people were actually diagnosed with autism at the time. So, but yeah, my prosopagnosia hid my autism for most of my life. So nobody really addressed that. But I did address the fact that I was socially awkward because of prosopagnosia, and it didn't stop everybody from like ostracizing me. But that's tales for the December 19th. December 19th at 9:30 p.m. I'm doing a Q&A, and there is a post in YouTube for you to put questions that you would like me to answer in that Q&A. And that I want them all in one place so that I can just go to them and just read them off and answer them. And I will also interact with the, can I move it to the right? There we go. I moved it to the right. But I will also, you couldn't see the close-up. Oh, you couldn't see the close-up. Where's the camera? Oh, why is my camera down there? What in the world? Usually my camera's over in that corner, but now my camera's in this corner. Sorry about that. There we go. Oh, my camera's not where I'm used to it being. I'm not used to it being in the lower right-hand corner. I'm used to it being in the upper left-hand corner. I can't see if it's there. Until I was 20. Yeah, see, that's what it is overall, autism doesn't catch females very much at all, not nearly as much as it should. And, you know, back in the Gen X days when we were kids, it didn't get done. Nobody really thought to look for it. There we go. Now you can see it. All right, so now you can see the difference between the two. Sorry about that. I didn't realize that the camera was way over there, and I've been holding this here for a while. So now you get to look at that for about a minute because I was waiting to see if I had it in the right place on that, because there's a minute delay on this whole YouTube thing. So there's that one. And while you're watching that one and enjoying that one, I am going to set up the next one, which is a snowflake one, but it's got a much lighter embossing texture to it. And I specifically bought one that had a lighter embossing texture to it because I wanted to see how it would work if it didn't have such deep impressions in it. So this one is a snowflake one, but the impressions aren't nearly as deep. And this is the side that pushed down, and this is the side that gets pushed down into. So I don't remember ever how that goes, but this is the side that pushes down. I don't remember if this is embossed. I think this is the embossed side and that's the debossed side, but I'm not sure. So there we go. I need a piece of cardstock. So I'll take one of my trusty pieces of cardstock here and I will put it in. Nope, that's not the right side. I will put it in just like so. Close that, and I will do the same first sandwich this time as well. I'll do the first sandwich where it's just the base plate, the embossing die, the embossing plate, and the embossing folder with its card, and we'll see how that does. And if that's not good enough, we will put another piece of paper in there and see how it does. You're welcome, Kathy. So yeah, there we go. There we go. Ta-da! Ta-da! Done and doner. And there we go. Oh, now that's very pretty. And that one did catch a lot of even the small detail right here. I was putting it underneath the upper left-hand corner again because my brain says it's up there because I didn't realize that it had moved on me. But that's really pretty. That is super, super pretty. Let's do something with this. Let's sit this here. We're going to take this beautiful Colors of Morris that is no longer available, even though it's just a gorgeous, happy, wonderful color. And we're just going to slightly tap it down just really nicely. I'm not rubbing it this time. I'm just tapping it down this time. And I got a little bit overzealous because you can see the corner of the pad there, but that's okay. No big deal. That would be the place. That would be the obvious place to put the sentiment now. I got your coordinated cardstock on Monday. I'm figuring out currently what I'm going to. Yay! Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Just put it on YouTube. Not YouTube. Put it on Facebook in the Facebook group when you get your whatever you're going to do with it done. And then whatever you've done, it's yours to keep because I'm not asking for anything back. We just want to see what you decided on. We're looking at creativity. Have you ever misted your cardstock with water before running it through your machine? Robin, no, I have not. I have never done that. I have seen people doing it, but I have never done it because it's an extra step that I just haven't done yet. And there's not any really specific reason why I haven't. I just haven't. So maybe I should try that. I would try that now, except I don't have a mister bottle back here. I don't have a misting bottle back here, except for these that have color with them. So, I mean, I have these. They're sprays that I could mist it with, but it's spray stain. It's not water. Those are the only bottles that I have that do spraying back here. Yes, Hanifa, it is super pretty. Now, you can see that I messed up on a couple places, and you can see where the edges of the ink pad went down, but that's super fine. You just put your put a piece of vellum over this and put a sentiment down there, put a piece of vellum this way, put a sentiment there, or you could even wrap it like it's a package, put a piece of ribbon around this way, put a piece of ribbon around that way. I don't have any ribbon right in my grasp, or I'd show you what I'm thinking. I used to have ribbon right in my grasp. Oh goodness, where'd all my ribbon go? Oh, I must have moved it. Anyway, just put a piece of ribbon this way and a piece of ribbon that way, and that covers the oopsies. And then you have a place to put your sentiment, and nobody will ever know that you had a little oopsie on there. But that is simply stunning. I love this. I love this one. Just for grins and giggles, we're going to try it with the other stamping thing. We're going to try it with the extra piece of paper and see if that does any good. I mean, not does any good, if that makes any difference. There we go. That's the way I want to say it, because it's all good. It's just whether or not it makes a difference. So there's the extra piece of paper. Oops, it slipped. There we go. That it's not quite lined up, but that's okay. We're testing right now, so it doesn't have to be perfectly lined up. I can always cut the edges off if I make these into cards, or actually I should say when I make these into cards. Here we go. So this is the one, and it's a little bit harder to push it through the machine with the extra embossing paper on that one. And that one popped a little bit, so that one's probably a little too thick to have two layers. Maybe one layer for that one instead of two. And open it up, and it is now incredibly deeply embossed. Look at that. That is beautiful. This is incredibly deeply embossed now. Oops, keep forgetting to not put it over there. So you can see the difference between these two. Even though this one's already inked up, you can still tell the difference, because if you just look at this snowflake compared to this snowflake, you can see how much more detail you get with the extra pressure from that extra piece of paper. And I would probably do one piece of paper, not two. Like Amira said, cut it out so that I've got pieces of paper that I can put on there for the exact size that I want them to be. So that's too cool. I again apologize to anybody who missed this live, because I set it up wrong. I said it was going to be on the 10th, and it turns out it's on the, I said it's going to be on the 11th, and it turns out that today is the 10th. So I apologize for that. Okay, so those are beautiful. So far, I am very happy with all of them, but I am absolutely thrilled to the bottom of my toes with this holly one. Oh my gosh, I just can't even on this holly one. Look at that. Oh, look at, okay, so I did green on this side, but look, it leaked through in the berries. Put red on the berries and have the rest of it white. Just put red ink on the front, and then it will leak through to the berries, and then have the rest of it be white, and use this side of it instead. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. All right, so I like all of the ones that I've done so far, but the holly is absolutely my favorite so far. It doesn't hurt that I like holly to begin with, but you know, it's absolutely my favorite so far. So now we are going to do the Temu and the Journalsay one. So this one's the one that I got from Journalsay, and this one's the one I got from Temu, and I only know that because I labeled them when I opened them. And I'm very happy that I did that, because I would not know at this point which one came from which company. So here we go. I do need to cut up a few more pieces of paper, because I've used up all my cut up ones. So excuse me for a moment while I get out my great big guillotine, and I'm going to sit here and I'm going to cut up the pieces of paper. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to show you one of my favorite tricks for folding card fronts. For folding card bases, not folding card fronts. But take one of these and cut it down so that it is 5.5 by 4 1/4. So this is going to be the 5.5 cut. So line it up perfectly, and I'm going to fold this first one, and then I'll cut the rest of them up. But this is the way I do it. Put down the guillotine so you don't hurt yourself. Push it all the way against the edge of your guillotine. Push the other one over the top. Make sure that it lines up perfectly, just like so, and then crease it. And that you can do without a scoring board, without a scoring plate, without anything else. It's just a perfectly made card base, because the line there is perfectly straight, and when you line it up, you get a perfectly straight card base. That's my lazy way of making card bases. All right, so let me cut this one into 4 1/4, so I have some more of these. So I'm going to do like probably 6 of these. So I have 6 of these left over to play around with. Hi, Mary. I'm sorry. It's not your fault that you're late. It's just that I messed up. I thought today was the 11th, not the 10th. So I told YouTube that it was going to be on the 11th at 6:30, and it's actually on the 10th at 6:30. And I totally messed up, and it's all my fault. And I apologize for that. And, you know, I will learn from my mistakes, as I always do on YouTube. Every mistake I make on YouTube makes me better. All right. Double check the date next time. That's what I've learned from this one, to double check the date to make sure that I'm setting up my live stream for the exact date that I mean for it to be set up, and not some other date that I didn't intend for it to be set up. There we go. So lock that back down. And somebody mentioned, this is a Temu one, and somebody else mentioned that they also got theirs from Temu, and that it would be a lot nicer if it had a hook. It does have this little peg right there that hooks it, but I agree, it would be a lot nicer if this had an actual hook that held it down, because it would be more secure. You know, I'm constantly worried about my kitty cats and the arm on this one. But I put it down in the corner where they usually don't go. But I mean, Brucey, she goes everywhere. But that's the way I do that. Thank you, Mary. I appreciate that. I worry about just about everything. It's my brain over catastrophizing everything. And I know that I'm doing that. And I try very hard to remind myself that it's just my anxiety lying to me. I saw a sticker that said, I actually bought it and put it in the passenger side of our car because I ride around in the passenger side because I don't drive for obvious reasons. But it says, your anxiety is a lying hoe. And so I have this sticker on the passenger side of the car on the windshield where I can look up at it and it says, your anxiety is a lying hoe. And so I get to look at that because I know it's my brain over catastrophizing everything. And I know that's what it is. And I try very hard not to let my brain do that. But sometimes it just runs away with me. You know, it's one of those things. That's what anxiety is. And that's what anxiety does. It makes the absolute worst possible result happen. And in your brain, not in reality, just in your brain. So there you go. Yeah, mine has a hook that keeps the blade down. You see, I'd love one that had a hook that keeps the blade down. And you know, it wouldn't be that hard to fashion a hook. I might do that one day. Sit here in one of the videos and just sit there and fashion a hook for that one so that anybody who has that one can do it. Now, we're going to do this exactly the same because in science, it doesn't mean anything if you change more than one variable. So this is simply the sandwich with a piece of paper. I'm going to set the Temu one down. I'm going to run the Journalsay one through before we even open it. All right, I ran it through with the wider side down, so I have to run this one through with the wider side down because if you have more than one variable, you don't know what caused the change. So I'm going to do this exactly the same way, big side down, underneath the embossing plate, on top of the base plate, and run it through. All right, there we go. Hold on, I got to get rid of a notification. There we go. All right, so that's the two of them done right there, side by side. Okay, so this is the Journalsay one, and this is the Temu one. And the labels are coming off, but there they are. They are exactly the same way, exactly the same dimension, everything. So we're going to test and see what this looks like. Who's that? Who's at my foot? Who's that? Hi, Miss Brucey. Hi, Miss Brucey Brucey. Miss Brucey is down at my foot. All right, so there's the Temu one, and there's the Journalsay one. And they're both the same, and they're both really bad. That is not enough pressure. I can tell you right now that that is not enough pressure to make this particular embossing folder work properly. So they look about the same, though. I mean, neither of them have enough definition to them, but that is an embossing thing. All right, so this is the Temu one, and this is the Journalsay one. All right, so that's trial number one of both of them. All right, here we go. Move those to the side. I have marked them so we know which one came from which. And then do this again with the same paper and the same pressure, but this time I am going to use the extra paper pressure so that we can see what the difference that makes. And so there they are, all closed up, just like so. And I will now run these through, not together, obviously, separately, but I will now run these through. There's my sandwich, that piece of paper for the extra pressure, and the embossing plate, and then run it through. And this is the Journalsay one going through the first time, just like so. So there's the Journalsay one all the way through. Put that over there, grab the Temu one, put it in. Paper slipped a little bit, so let me fix that. Put it in, just like so, and run that through. And there it is. So here we go. We now have them again. All right. And my embossing plate that I didn't want to get marked up now has the word Temu written on it. I don't know if you can see it. The ink came off of the embossing folder, so it's there. And the paper also has it too because it came off when I did that. So here we go. This is the Journalsay one. This is the Temu one. Now this is the one that has been run through with extra ones. So open that up. Oh, wow. And open that up. Oh, wow. They're beautiful. They are absolutely beautiful. Oh, these are nice. So let me mark these before I start picking them up and moving them around. So this one is the Temu one. So this is Temu attempt 2, and this is Journalsay attempt 2. There we go. So they're marked. All right, so let's put this back together. And now I'm going to try an effect on both of them. And I'm going to use the orange because, I mean, it's Halloween. Why not? There we go. I'm going to use this nice bright orange. And this ink also came from Journalsay. So I'm going to use this nice bright orange to just do a cover up on the top of it. Just a nice little cover, nice lightly pressed down, just like so. And there's that. And there's that one. So this is the Journalsay one that I'm doing right now. The first one that I did was the Temu one. And they pretty much catch the paint or catch the ink the same way. That's really cool. Yeah, that is really nice. Hi, Laquieta. If you would please let me know which one's the correct pronunciation. And hi, welcome. We haven't seen you here before. Welcome to the Chatty Crafty Guild. We're very, very pleased to have you with us. So, yep, I think it's Laquieta, but I'm not sure. It could be Laquita. Just let us know, please, if you would. I would love to know exactly how to pronounce your name so that I pronounce it correctly when I'm talking to you, because pronouncing people's names is absolutely important because it's so much a part of our own culture and our own identity that I really want to have people's names pronounced correctly. But look at these. These are so cool. And look, you can even look at the debossed side and see how pretty that is. It's got bats and other stuff in there. Look at that. That is so pretty. Which one is this one? This one actually is a little bit deeper and when you're looking at the debossed side, you can see that this one actually has a little bit more texture and stuff. That's the Temu one. This is the Temu one. See, it says Temu right there. It's not the Journalsay one. It's the Temu one. But this is really cool. I really like this. I mean, the difference is really not enough for me to say one is better than the other. I wouldn't even begin to say that because the difference is so slight and you might not even see it. I think the Temu one a bit better. Yeah, so you can see it on the camera. But yeah, so these are beautiful. I mean, these are just really, really cool. All right, so I love these. I mean, I love Halloween. You know how much I love Halloween. I'm a fall girl, and Halloween is my favorite holiday, and I absolutely love them. And these are just stunning. Now, again, the advantage to buying it from Journalsay is that you're 100% guaranteed that it's going to come to you because of the way they box their stuff. Buying it from Temu, there's a lot more ways to get stuff for cheap or for free sometimes, but they send everything out in flimsy plastic bags that get torn apart sometimes in shipping. And, you know, if you lose something in shipping, you can get your money back, but it's a pain. It really is. It's a pain. And if you do lose something in shipping, don't go to the seller. Go to Temu customer service. Don't go to me and then the little earphones at the top and talk to customer service about it, because customer service is much better, because the seller, all the seller did was pick it and give it to a central area for the Temu to pack it for you. But Journalsay packages their stuff beautifully. Absolutely beautifully. And if you use my code, which is Chatty Crafty, all one word, all capital letters, you get 8% off your order. And there is an affiliate link at the beginning of the description of this video. If you use that, I get a teeny tiny, I mean, it's tiny, but I do get a teeny tiny finder's fee, or, you know, extra bit from it if you use the affiliate link. And I would really appreciate if you would consider doing that, if that's something that's in your wheelhouse that you would like to do and you would like to help me and help support my channel. So there they are right there. You got it right. It's the second one. Laquieta. Oh, good. Yay. Okay. So Laquieta. Hi, Laquieta. Welcome to the Chatty Crafty Guild. We're so pleased that you're here with us. There's also a Facebook group that's linked in the description if you want to join that. And we're just a bunch of fun-loving, crafty people that sit around and have a great time crafting and talking to each other about crafting and how to find good stuff cheap and how to find, you know, where the sales are and what's on sale and showing off our work. We're just a fun group. So, you know, we'd love to have you in the Facebook guild as well. So, but welcome to the Chatty Crafty Guild. So this is that's that. And that's the end of those. That's all the embossing folders that I got from them. I do agree that the Temu one is slightly better. I don't know if it's a difference in manufacturer or if it's a difference in run, because you know as well as I do that sometimes the run is a little different. But right now, this Temu one is slightly better than the Journalsay one, but that's okay. The Journalsay one is still absolutely nice. You would still be completely pleased with that as your results if you had never seen the Temu results. So definitely, if you want to buy it from Journalsay, Journalsay, do so. And I know that Temu has a stigma attached to them, and it's a rightfully earned stigma. I'm not going to say anything about, you know, it not being fair, because Temu did steal pictures from Etsy and sell their stuff much cheaper and much more cheaply made. I mean, they deserve the stigma that they get, but I have found that buying the craft supplies from them is okay with me. If it's not okay with you to buy from Temu, don't. You now have another opportunity. You now have another option in Journalsay to get the same stuff at a really good price, nearly the exact same price. I did a check, and I'm going to put up a short at some point in time when I get around to it, that shows the difference in price between Temu, Journalsay, and then Spellbinders, because I found the exact same embossing folder from all 3 different places. And at some point in time, I might buy the Spellbinder one just so that I can do the same type of test between Temu, Journalsay, and Spellbinder, and see which one is actually better, if it's actually worth the extra $11 to buy the Spellbinder one. All right, so let's look at these freebie ones that they sent me this time. All right, so here we are looking at the freebie stickers, and this is going to be the last of the stuff that we have to show, because I've gone through everything. Wow, look how many. Oh my gosh, they just keep coming. They just keep falling out and falling out and falling out. Oh my God. Okay, hold on a second. I got to get rid of the icky sticky. I really don't like the icky sticky. Oh, Laquita. Okay, so it's Laquita. I had it wrong. Okay, hi, Laquita. I apologize for mispronouncing your name. I really do. I try not to do that, and I'm so thankful for you for correcting me on it so that I can pronounce it correctly. So, hi, Laquita. Again, welcome to the Chatty Crafty Guild. Yeah, that would be fun, wouldn't it, to buy all 3 of them and test them all out together. So this is the different ones that they get. And these are the PET stickers that are a pain to get apart. But somebody said if you rub it between your fingers, you can get it to come apart. Rub it at an edge and you can get it to separate. Let's see if that works. So I rubbed it at an edge. Let's see if I can get it to separate. Not really. I really don't like these PET ones. No, that's not true. I love the PET ones. I think these PET stickers are incredible and have so much versatility in crafting. I just don't like getting the plastic off of the back of it because it's so difficult sometimes. Like this one right here is being very, very persnickety and particular and not letting me get that off. I even tried rubbing it together. And I don't have any tape back here, which was the suggestion that was given to me by the other person. Oh, wait, I do have tape. Hold on. Duh, I have running tape. Why not use some running tape? Which side do I want to put on? I want to put it on the back. So I'll put some run tape on there. Just take a thumb and rub upward to the sticker side. Just take a thumb and rub upward to the sticker side. Okay, take a thumb and rub upward to the sticker side. So that's what I'm doing. I'm taking a thumb and rubbing upward to the sticker side. And I'm doing it wrong. I'm very definitely doing it wrong because it's not working for me. And I just take my thumb and rub upward to the sticker side on the edge. On the edge. Okay, so this is the edge right there. There's the edge. It actually looks like it is coming up a little bit. Oh, it is. Oh, wait. Okay, so do that. Rub on the sticker side. Get that little bump again. And then stick my tool in there. Can I get it in? I'm not wearing my magnifying glasses. There we go. Oh, look at that. That worked. Thank you so much, Kathy. Look at that. So we got it off. So there's the sticker. And this is beautiful. This is a beautiful rose gold sticker. I mean, this is absolutely stunning. And I'm going to take a piece of colored paper. I'm not going to put this on white paper. I'm going to put this on a piece of colored paper so that we can see the color through it and enjoy the color through. Oh, would that look? Oh, yes, that'll look good. There we go. So put that down. I put it on a piece of foil paper so you can see it right there, but it definitely needs a darker color. Hold on. Let me pull out another darker color. Nope, that's not a darker color. Here we go. Let's pull out this one and let's try another one of these. Let's see. Let's try this one right here. So push and pull on the edge until I get that little lump, just like so. Right there. Okay, so it's crooked now, so I got a lump somewhere. Hi, baby bear. You know, this is like the worst possible time for you to come up and snuggle mommy. I just want you to know that. You're a cat. You always pick the worst possible time to come up and snuggle mommy. But yeah, this is like the worst possible time for you to come up and snuggle mommy. I'm trying to get this sticker off. Oh, baby. Oh, okay. Yep. It's laying down in mommy's lap time. I don't know if you can see him. Let me see. Where is it coming? I'm waiting to see if you can see where he is. Nope, it didn't work. Let me get my magnifying glasses on. Are they in here? There they are. Let me get my magnifying glasses so I can see it. Yeah, that's my baby bear. This is what baby bear does when he's decided that I've been sitting here and crafting too long. He comes and he lays right there. This is baby bear, Erica. His name is Baby Bear. He is my emotional support animal and my best buddy. And I am totally his emotional support human because he is just as neurotic as I am. So he and I both suffer from the same neuroses, pretty much to the same level. He doesn't like going outside either. So going to the vet for him is awful. And it's even worse going to the vet for him because he goes with my husband. I'm trying so hard to get this at work the first time. Oh, I love PET stickers. I really do, but getting them off. I got it! Yay! Okay. Hi. What's that say? Baby, BB and CC. Okay, that's too funny, Erica. That's awesome. I'll try to find a video that demonstrates how to rub it. Show. Apparently, YouTube didn't like the term rub it there because it hid your comment until I made it show. But there we go. Look at that. That is gorgeous. And on this green cardstock and even on this pink cardstock, it's just beautiful. Hey, look at that. I actually picked the same sticker twice. That's kind of cool. Very cool. All right, so that's the first set of stickers that I got right there. And that's how they look on this green and pink metallic cardstock. And I'm trying not to wash it around too much because I don't want to create a strobe effect. And then I also got these little teeny tiny letter stickers right here because I wanted to try some little letter stickers. So let's pull out a couple of these that I know I'm not going to use very much. And again, get rid of the icky sticky stuff and work over a cat now. At this point, I know from experience that at this point, if I try to move him, he is just going to come back every time. So right now, it's just easier to just finish up what I'm doing and not even try moving him. So this is a Z. I'm going to pull off one of these Zs. Hopefully I pull it off well without messing it up with my little sticky tool here. And maybe not. Let's see if I can just bend it and get it off that way. Because I don't use that many Zs anyway. It's not a letter that I would use all that often to begin with because it's just not an overly popular letter in the English language. Oh, it's on my thumb. I'm sitting here looking for it going, well, it's gone, but it's on my thumb now. All right, so let's pull it over here, and I could make this into like a sleepy card, like a, take time to relax card, and just put that right down there. Nope, put that right down there. And there we go. And look, now I could put a few more Z's on there to make it a take time to relax for yourself card. My son's orange tabby is huge. Oh, he's a little like your dog. That's so cool. Pets make the world go around. I really love it. I wonder what makes you wonder what YouTube has to deal with on a regular basis. Yeah, I agree, Erica. It does. It makes me wonder. But look at that. Look at that pretty little Z right there. Now, I didn't get it lined up correctly. I kind of messed up the font of it. But that's just a really cool little sticker. I like that. So I don't know what exactly I'm going to do with these, but I wanted to try some letter stickers for people because even though I don't actually use letter stickers, I wanted to give the letter stickers a chance so that people could see how it works. And they were really easy to peel off and really easy to put down. I would probably use tweezers or something, so those offset tweezers or those backwards tweezers that you have to push to open, that they stay closed, and I'd be able to line that up better. But that's a really pretty little Z right there. That's really cool. What do you think? He doesn't care. He's in my arms. He couldn't care less about anything. So there's that one. And then the last ones that we have are these right here. And this will be the last part of this because this is the last of the Journalsay stuff that I bought. And these are these gorgeous, beautiful butterflies. And I'm just going to pull out a string of these. This is the one that I happened to pull out. They are beautifully holographic. They cover every color of the rainbow. It's that PET stuff, so we're going to try this push thing. Oh, I got better at it. See, with everything, if you just practice at it, you get better at it, and then you can do it much more easily. And having said that, now I'm not going to show my new prowess, my newfound skill. Nope, I didn't get it. I thought I had it. I thought I had it. Okay, let me try pushing it again. So push and separate. Hi, Brucey. Brucey is now behind me, on the chair behind me, because I moved forward so I could see what I was doing. Yes, you're falling asleep there, aren't you, baby bear? Yes, you are, you silly little boot boot. You are Mommy's silly little boot boot. Yes, you are. You're Mommy's little baby. Hi, Brucey. What are you doing, little Miss Brucey Brucey? She has recovered beautifully well from being spayed. She really has. So She's now stuck with us forever. Sorry, Brucey. As much as you like the outside, you are now an inside cat forever. You're just going to have to deal with that, little Miss Brucey Brucey. Oh, this is not going well. Oh no. I'm trying to get this done so that I can finish off this video. And this is just, isn't that just the way it is? This is just the way it works out sometimes. You sit there, you've got these great plans, you know, best laid plans of mice and men. What's that phrase? Go ahead, make a plan. God needs a laugh. Remember that one? I don't know what that one's still said, but I remember that one from my youth. I think I got it this time. I got it this time. Yay. Okay, so there's that one. Where's the one that doesn't have the Z on it? This one does not have the Z on it. So let's see what happens if I put these little butterflies on this. Oh, baby bear got up. Yes. Yes, Brucey is hilarious. Are you going to come over here so that people can see you? Are you going to come over here? Nope, you're going to go follow your brother so you can go bite his ankles. Oh, no! Wow, okay, this has aggressive adhesive. Don't stick that down until you're absolutely sure where you want it to go. I will tell you that, because that grabbed and stayed stuck. There we go. Ta-da! I mean, obviously that's not where I would want that to be, but you know, you get the idea, and it is a beautiful sticker. Absolutely gorgeous. It sticks perfectly. It's got the full range of the spectrum in its hologram. I wanted it to be straight up and down to be on this side, so I'm going to have to do something. I'll probably cut this out and do something else with that over there, but that's so cool. There you go. So that's the extent of what they sent me from Journalsay. I hope that everybody enjoyed all of the stuff that we were doing. And remember, December 19th is going to, yeah, she does. She loves his ankles. She is the most, I don't know if you saw it, but I put on my Facebook page, there's a Chatty Crafty. There's a Chatty Crafty Facebook page. I put on there, I actually got a video of her trying to bite his ankles, and he got very angry at her and told her in no uncertain terms, no. And it's a funny little video. So if you're interested in looking that, you can find my Chatty Crafty page. I don't think that I put the Chatty Crafty page in the description. I know the Facebook group is in the description and all that. If you want to find other ways to support this channel does have memberships that you can choose to participate in. I so far haven't done anything that's members only. I don't know whether or not I will. It kind of defeats the purpose of having a non-paywall channel, but there is also Patreon, and some of the levels in Patreon and one of the levels in membership actually comes with Happy Mail. So if you're interested maybe in some Happy Mail of some of these craft supplies, I could do that as well. I think I saw it. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm glad you think you saw it. I've been trying to, and you're welcome, Kathy. I've been trying to convince my dog and my son's cat to coexist peacefully. I don't know. I'll have somebody write down in the questions the story of Goldilocks and the three bears, because we have a dog named Goldilocks, and we have a mama bear and a baby bear, and we had a papa bear. So ask for the live stream on Q&A, ask somebody for the story of Goldilocks and the three bears, because it's funny. It really is. But I just don't have time to do it right now because my live stream is already almost an hour, and you know, people don't generally tend to go back and rewatch long live streams. But there we go. They are very similar little creatures, but they don't speak the same language at all. Never. Not even a little bit. One of the best descriptions that I've heard of cats versus dogs is that cats are teenagers and dogs are 2-year-olds. Because you can leave your cat alone for a night, but you can't leave your dog alone for a night. So anyway, that's where I'm going to end because I've been on for almost an hour. I appreciate everybody who has watched, liked, subscribed, shared, all of those other good things. Again, Laquita, thank you so much for joining the Chatty Crafty Guild. Hanifa, it's great to see you again. Mary and Kathy, Amira, everybody, Erica, it's so great to have you back in here. I adore everybody who has watched and chatted, and I also adore everybody who has just been lurking. I mean, I love lurkers too, because sometimes that's all you can do is you just turn on the channel and you just lurk and you just watch and you're just not ready to interact, and that's totally fine. You know, absolutely, you do you. So thank you so very much to everybody, and I appreciate you all. And any more comments that you put in, I'm not going to see because this is an hour, not an hour, that's a minute delay. So I'm just going to say you're welcome to everybody. Cheers and happy crafting.